welcome to Four and Out. I'm Pat O'Rourke. I'm the sports editor of the BU News Service. Alongside me is Alex Hirsch. She's a BU News Service contributor. We're going to talk about a few things over the next few minutes. The first thing we're going to talk about, obviously, the big news of this week is David Ortiz announcing his retirement announcing he'll retire after 2016. So the big thing that's going to cause is a big gaping hole at the designated hitter position, something we haven't had to deal with since 2002. So what do you think is going to happen to the DH position in 2017?
I think the 2017 DH is already on this team. You're not going to like it, but I think it's...
Don't say Hanley Ramirez.
It's Hanley Ramirez.
Oh,
That's
God.
who it is. No one's going to take this guy. We're not going to be able to get rid of him. He can't play defense. So what are you going to do with him? You plug him in a DH. Like, what else can you do? The guy's got a bat. We know he's got a bat. He had his worst batting year ever last year. So the guy can bat. There's no doubt in my mind he can do it. Maybe if he plays DH, he's only concentrating on hitting. We'll see that improvement in hitting again. I have no problems with his batting, so I'd like him. I have no problem with him being the DH. It just means we have to suffer through him for one more year in the field.
I'm not as doom and gloom when it comes to Hanley Ramirez leaving, having to stay in Boston. I think somewhere there's a great bag of Louisville bats just that makes great trade chips for a player like Hanley Ramirez. But anyway, I think what's going to happen in 2017 is we're going to see a more conventional designated hitter approach with this team, and that I think what we think is every team has a full-time DH. The case is that it's a more rotational position. I think David Ortiz retiring at the end of 2016 I think is perfect for this team because come 2017, Dustin Pedroia is not going to be able to play in the field every day. Pablo Sandoval, presuming he's still here, will not be able to play in the field every day. So it'll become a rotational position, and God forbid Hanley's still here, then he'll be playing DH a lot more as well. So yeah, I think it'll be a rotational thing. It'll be giving guys a day off while allowing them to stay in the lineup, which is what the designated hitter position is really about.
Well, and you never know. I mean, we could end up signing someone this offseason. Red Sox have already made some moves this offseason. Made a big move Friday, trading for Craig Kimbrell. Big move, getting the closer, one of the best closers in the game.
The best.
Maybe. That's a matter of opinion, but he's a great closer. What do you think of this move?
Well, I love the trade.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I love what they gave up for it. People saying they gave up too much for him.
Not at all.
I mean, four guys who
never going to play here.
And I'm going to go easy on Carlos Asuaje because the BU News Service news editor, Andrea Asuaje, it's her younger brother. So, but anyway,
sorry.
No, I'm not saying any of them. I think all four of them are very good prospects.
Sure.
They're all going to be good major league players. Or at least they have that potential.
Absolutely.
But I mean, look at what you're getting. You're getting a major league player, an established all-star major league player for four guys that really haven't had much experience above the AA level.
Not only do they have not much experience above the AA level, but their pathway, like their road to the Red Sox level, the Red Sox organization, is pretty much blocked by prospects already.
Yeah.
So
the two big ones they traded, Guerrero and Margot, their two best prospects. They're basically just redundancy.
It's a redundancy, and not only did you gave up some prospects. The good prospects, okay, fine. But you got not just the best closer, but you got 27 years old? He's a 27-year-old closer, and he's under our control for the next 3 years at a pretty modest price, too. So it's not like we got a guy for 1 year and then he's going to leave in free agency. We've got a closer for the next 3 years, possibly the best closer, according to you, the best closer in the league.
I think he's the best.
This is a no-brainer to me. This is an absolutely amazing trade for the Red Sox. But what could we be seeing happening next?
I think they're going to get a starting pitcher. That's going to be the next big move, whether right now it's probably in free agency. I think all the big ones out there. If they do trade for someone, I think the most likely trade option is going to be Sonny Gray. I don't see Chris Sale going. I think the idea that Chris Sale is going to get traded from Chicago, that's the best contract in baseball. They'd be crazy to want to get rid of him. I don't see any of the Mets kids being sent away. So I think it's going to be in free agency. It's probably going to be Price. It's probably going to be Zimmerman. It's probably going to be maybe Cueto or one of those guys. And
Greinke.
Or even Greinke, who, it's looking like he's not going to stay in L.A. So we'll see. But I think it's going to be a starting pitcher, whether it's in free agency or the trade market. We've been over this. I'd prefer in the trade market, but I think from what John Browski said, it's probably going to be free agency.
I think it's going to be free agency as well, and you've heard my feelings on this. I want David Price here. I'll take David Price and Zimmerman. I'll take two of those guys. I don't really care. I'd love to have David Price on this team. I think he's the pitcher that you need to get us back to the postseason. We'll worry about how he does in the postseason once we get there. So that's just what I like. But let's move on. We'll go from the baseball field. which is currently Red Sox Field, is currently a football field right now. So we could kind of transit. We'll use that as a transition to the football field right now. The Patriots, they play the Bills on Monday night, 8:30 at Buffalo. Right?
No, it's
at
in
home.
Foxborough.
At home. It's in Foxborough. My mistake. We know Edelman's going to be out, but the Patriots are still favored in this game. How pathetic does that make the Bills? Like, how pathetic are the Bills fans? How tortured is this team that we've lost two of our best players and they're still favored by, what's the line right now? I think it's like a touchdown?
Well, I think that's more how good the Patriots are.
It's okay.
But to call the Bills, I don't think the Bills fans are pathetic. I think they're actually, I think they're crazy to to be fans of the Bills for this long and had to go through this much. But
how tortured are these Bills fans? That's a question, though.
Oh, they're pretty tortured. Buffalo in general. At least our boy Jack Eichel here at BU is going to be. He's the savior right now. I think they should put him in there at quarterback. Yeah, they're pretty tortured. It's been pretty rough for them, and I know the highlight of their whole existence has been the 4 straight Super Bowls. They lost all 4 of those Super Bowls, so it's been, and they lost in everything. They either got smoked or they lost in the field, the missed field goal.
Fashion.
So they've lost in every painful fashion possible. They've lost, so it's not easy to be a Bills fan.
I don't think they're the most tortured franchise, though. I do think they're tortured. I mean, it's bad to be a Bills fan. It's bad to be a Buffalo fan in general, Sabres or Bills. Yep. But I still don't think they're the most tortured fans. I think the Chicago Cubs are the most tortured fans. It's been
I'd go to Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns are pretty tortured too.
Cleveland in general.
Cleveland in general is pretty tortured. But I go with the Chicago Cubs, most tortured franchise that there is. They haven't won since I believe 1908.
1908.
And it's just been year after year. Cubs fans hope springs eternal, and it's just a slap right in the face right away. Except this year, things are looking up for them. I mean, that's a young team, so we'll see. Let's go on to our predictions. Predictions for the Patriots game this Monday night against the Bills. Who do you got?
This Bills team's good. They send the defense right after the quarterback. They got a great defense. They're 6th in the league in points being put up. Tyrod Taylor's I think he can certainly move the ball. He can do a lot of good things. So I think the Patriots win 42-10.
All right, that sounds like a great team of those Bills. My prediction: Patriots slapped them around a lot last game, and it was in Buffalo. And Bills made a little bit of a comeback, but Patriots pretty handily beat them. This is in Foxborough. Bills getting 1 touchdown in this game, no field goals. Patriots win this one. I'm going to go a little bit lower than 42. I'll go with 31-7. That's all we got today for 4 and Out. I'm Alex Hirsch alongside the BU News Service sports editor Pat O'Rourke. Make sure you tune in next week for our Quick Points podcast, which will be on the BUNewsService.com next Tuesday. And we won't be seeing you next week for 4 and Out because of Thanksgiving, but 2 weeks from now we will. So have a nice Thanksgiving next week, and we'll see you 2 weeks from now.
Good luck watching the Lions.